Hi. Shaw.
Ah!
20 mean Lillenthart.
Yo, hello, beautiful people of the internet. I didn't realize the song was over, so I wasn't prepared. Let's take it from the top. What I meant to do is this. Oh, hello, beautiful people of the internet. Fancy seeing you here. It's too bright. Don't mind me. I'm just reading the book club book before we discuss it tomorrow. Saturday, April 18th at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Time in the Discord. I, who have never known men, feel free to jump in. It's a little late if you haven't started by now, but it's a short book. You could probably read it. Carly's leaving her homework till the last second. Why not you? You put it off until the last minute? I put off finishing it until the last minute, but I started it ages ago. But frankly, that's sort of a habit of mine. I always put off finishing until the last. Hey, hello, beautiful people. It's Friday. Welcome in. My goal is always to get the joke out before Rosie can get exclamation Rosie typed out. That's the goal. Before Rosie can hit enter, the goal is now to like show no sign of weakness, slam the pedal down, finish the joke. Speaking of slamming down and finishing. Hello, how are we all doing? Happy Friday. I hope you're having an excellent day. How are we all doing today? You also try to say the joke before you overthink it and bail. Yeah. It's doing this for like 5 years now, 6 years now, 6 years now. I've realized I have to get out of my own way in terms of the jokes sometimes. You know? Sometimes. My overthinking brain can really complicate a lot of things. How are we doing? Your goal is to finish quickly. No, my goal is to procrastinate as long as possible. How we all doing? I mean, not me. Anyways, we have dog treats to give out. Hi, Rosie. Thanks for the 29 months. Max Saint, thank you for the 3 months and the Prime sub. Pixels, are you home? 23 months. Thanks for the sub. Are you home? How was your vacation? Are you home? I'm scrolling. Got home Thursday morning, so I'm a little jet lagged. Your brain thinks it's 12, 14 hours away, something like that. I wish I was doing anything but working. And by anything, I mean playing Tamagotchi Life. All right, let's get the updates out now. Evo, in case you missed it, Evo didn't want this, but I'm going to give it anyways. Evo has been streaming some Tamagotchi Life, and a bunch of us are fucking me's. Well, some of us are fucking, I'm pretty sure. But a bunch of us are fucking me's, including myself. Apparently, I'm dating Mars, or at least crushing on Mars. Luke can't find a friend. Tony's in there, right? Carly's in there. Tony's in there. Cam's is in there. Follow Evo for streams of Tamagotchi Life, apparently. Are you in there? Maybe not, Tony. Maybe not. Wow, Evo, you didn't put Tony in there? That's fucked up. It's fucked up, Evo. It's really fucked up. Wow. Zerokin says Luke just like me, for real. Hi, Cookie Dragon. Hi, Llamas. How's it going? I'm gonna disappoint a couple people in chat right now, but I think it is very unlikely that I will be playing Tamagotchi Life. So if you want your Tamagotchi Life fill, I would say an Evo. I would say maybe some other Luxie's playing it apparently. If you don't know Luxie Games, that's a good follow on Twitch. I don't know, some other people. Tamagotchi Life, sometimes the upside of a game that just released is so great that I'm like, I'm in. Sometimes the downside of like, but if I play this, I just inevitably delay getting to a million of the other games that I would like to play. Sometimes the downside wins. I think this is a downside win. Add quote, I'm gonna disappoint some people in chat right now. Wow. That's true. I'm streaming more after book club tomorrow, Evo says. There you go. Hit the follow button. Hi, Tactical Fluke. Hi, Nair East. Let's see here. Luke, you and I are friends in Tamagotchi Life. I'm so happy to hear that. I'm so happy to hear that. I met the king and queen of the Netherlands for work when they were in Miami last week. Where are our Dutch chatters? Ikelos, Anne, others. Where are our Dutch chatters at? This one's for you, Tony. I gotta give out some dog treats. I totally forgot. Frake's Dutch. All right, dog treats via Joyce, Carly, Mon, Rosie. Were there only 4? No, Zuma as well. The dogs are literally starving. They literally ate lunch 5 minutes ago. I mean, 10 minutes ago. But where's Hero at? Is this becoming a trend? Where's Hero? Oh, there he is. Okay, there he is. Hi, buddy. Hello. Hi. Up. Oh, good boy. I'm pretty sure at one point during those treats, in case you missed it, Kingsley swallowed a treat and then looked around and went, "Where did it go?" He's not the brightest boy. He's not. I've met smarter dogs. In fact, about every dog I've ever met is probably smarter than Kingsley. He swallowed it and went, "Huh? Where'd it go?" "Buddy, it's in your tummy." "Buddy." He's doing his best. His best is great. But it's not smart. His best is great. It's a good thing he is amazing in 15 million other ways. Howdy, what's the highlight of your last 24 hours? I'll try and think of the highlight of mine. Honestly, it is beautiful weather right now in Indiana. This is a weird best thing to talk, or like best part of your 24 hours to talk about, highlight to talk about, but I just like less than a week ago, did not finish an ultra marathon that I signed up for. I did like 18 miles out of 62. It was like objectively a bad day in that I was planning on running for 10 hours, 12 hours, and I ran for 2, 3. Which would generally lead you to believe that like the week afterwards would be very like kind of, you'd be emotionally down. You'd be, and in the past I've been like emotionally down, very like listless and like, what am I going to do next? Should I take time off running? Should I run some more? This week has been one of the best weeks of running ever. I am reading a memoir, an excellent book called The Running Ground. I just finished it this morning. I've been really enjoying it. I've been going for runs every single day out in the sunshine here in Indiana, and it's been beautiful. It's like perfectly spring right now, my energy and my running, which has been a huge highlight for me. How many steps do you do per day, Ryan? It depends a lot, and I just took my watch off to charge it, so I don't know. Speaking of watch tan line, by the way, jump scare. Probably on average, like 16 to 20,000, probably. A lot of that is running. Llama says yesterday was Mining Card's 3-year wedding anniversary. Congratulations. Congratulations. Happy anniversary. What did you guys do to celebrate? Are you doing anything this weekend? I don't know how many steps. Some days when I don't run, it's like 3,000. Like sometimes on the days that I don't do shit, it's really low. I don't know what my lowest all time is, but I'm sure it's like 500 or so. I've had that before. I've also had days where it's been over 100,000. I think the day, maybe it wasn't 100K. I think the day that I ran a long race last fall was like somewhere between 80 and 100,000 steps. I've got you beat on the low steps count. You do. You're a master at it, honestly. Tactical Fluke says low-key day.
Hi everyone, I'm still alive.
Hi, Uzai.
Missed you all.
Aw.
Hope the song is still silk.
Missing you too. Thank you for the 35 months. Still alive? Love to hear it. Songing is still silking for sure. How you doing, Uzai? Thank you for the sub. Hi. Welcome back. Tactical Fluke says I went to Menards, picked up a small pressure washer, some very basic gardening tools, planting morning glories and wildflowers. Nothing major. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Highlights of the last 24 hours for anybody else? Evo and Carly, I'm sure it's Tamagotchi life. Rinpet says it's snowing in Colorado. I know, right? It was 80 degrees, and then all of a sudden, the flowers have snow on them. Hey, we were just talking about this song yesterday. Other highlights. Luke's been playing Pokemon Champions. That's the game that just came out, right? The battler. I say this with zero expectation that I will ever play it. Is it any good? Like, is it what I mean is it matching the is it filling the niche of like Pokemon competitive battler that has been mostly, I think, covered by like a third-party website or something recently? Something like that? Like Pokemon Showdown, is that even a real Pokemon game or is that just a website? I don't know. Luke says it's good. Sorry, I'm on a delay. You're good. You're good. No worries. No worries. Zuma says, highlight of my day, I ate my mother's homemade pizza, which is, to this day, the best I've ever had. What's the toppings? What's the toppings, Zuma? Oh my God, we do have to talk about... we do have to talk about pizza. I have a pizza anecdote that I do need to talk about and some questions to ask, aka. Carly says, Evo and Carly Mees bonded over shit talking on my island. It was beautiful. Who did I bond with over... Hold up. Let me show you real quick. This is apparently what I'm up to on Evo's island. Evo and Ryan are bonding over bouncing on it. Exclamation Mon in the chat. I wish I was as cute as my me was, honestly. They didn't have an Adidas hat. That's the only note I have for you. They didn't have an Adidas hat. I like the Evo made you a short king. You can control my height? What the fuck? I didn't know that. You can control the height. Absolutely. Fuck that. I take it back. I take back the shout out. I'm unfollowing Evo. That just pissed me right off. I figured it was random. Why did you hold up? You have a chance to defend yourself. You have a chance to defend yourself before I get pissed. Evo, are you on Discord right now? Evo, are you at a computer right now? Are you at work right now, Evo? Evo, are you at work? You started this. I want you to know that. Let's see if they pick up. Weird. Oh, hello.
Hello.
Oh, hey, how's it going? I just had some questions for you. Is this Evo_Devo_ talking?
It sure is, yeah.
Yeah. So can you just explain yourself really quickly on why you have a me on your island named Ryan who is super short?
You aren't super short, though. You're like the same height as Luke. Because Luke,
Okay, but
you
is
and
Luke
I are
super
all
short?
the same height. However, my me's the tallest for the meme of making me the tallest and Carly the shortest.
Wait a second. So am I short? Answer. Listen, Evo, stop trying to talk around the question. Is the Ryan me short or tall?
Tall.
Evo,
You and Luke are the second
Evo,
tallest on the island.
I'm dapping you up right now, Evo. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. We're chilling. If I'm shorter than you, that's fine. But if I'm tall, I appreciate that. That means that, that means something to me. So never mind. All's good. All's good.
Okay.
I'm gonna follow you back on Twitch again. We're good. The air has been cleared, guys. There's no drama. There's no tea. Thanks. Are you at work right now, by the way?
No, I did
Okay.
like that you just called me instead of waiting for my response.
Yeah. No, I mean I had to get to the bottom of it, and I had to get their stat. Men and their fragile egos. Am I right? Okay. See you, Evo. Bye. Carly says I have to sit on a little pillow when I'm at the table. I just like that you hover. I feel like the hovering is nice. Carly's me just hovers along the ground instead of walking, which is, canonically. Anyways, Evo and I are back on good terms. And I like bouncing on it, so it's really fun. Anyways, what were we talking about? Luke says Pokemon Champions doesn't really compete with Showdown since it's still limited to the current competitive format. Gotcha. So it's not necessarily a replacement. Uzai says been super busy with the new job. Part of the reason I'm able to be here today is I'm off work with the plague. No, I got so excited by the end of your comment, and then by the middle of your comment, then I got back to bummed for you at the end of it. It'd be a real shame if Ryan suddenly shrank, by the way, shrank a few inches. Can you make people shorter? Listen, I know, speaking of fragile men and their egos, you can get that surgery where they, lengthen your freaking shin bones in real life. That you can just play with the slider. I can edit anything about your me at basically any time. Can I revoke my permission to be on your my accepting of the terms and conditions of being on your island at any time? Yeah, can we talk about how fucking threatening this comment is, by the way? Can we talk about how absolutely Evo knows what they're doing here? This is the most threatened. I feel like Evo just pulled a knife on me. I feel like we're staring off and we're in a boxing match. Evo's just like, height shaming is silly. People come in different sizes. Absolutely, height shaming is silly. Body shaming is, in fact, I would argue unethical, immoral. Absolutely. In the real world, people's bodies come with all kinds of complications in every single different variety. Those varieties make us beautiful. In the fictional video game where you can choose any body you want for the real life people you are imitating in your fucking video game, what you choose says something. I didn't choose this body. Evo did choose my Mii's body. They don't get it twisted. 6'7", don't get it Northern Lion twisted. These are not the same. It'd be like if you wrote a novel and you wrote your mom into your novel. What you chose there would really matter. When you have utter control, what you choose about representing the people around you matters. You know? What else are we up to on a Friday? Anybody got any fun weekend plans? We've got book club tomorrow, which I'm excited about. We've got book club tomorrow, which I'm excited about. My bad. Oops, I just clicked on my channel. Whoops. It looks to be a beautiful weekend here in Indiana land. Excited to spend some time with Elle. Dinner and games with my parents tomorrow. What kind of games you guys gonna play? Who's guys got tasty antibiotics lined up? Board games with a group tomorrow? Why isn't there a Spindrift emote? They'd have to pay me for that shit. I'd love the opportunity to make a Spindrift emote. My kids have prom tomorrow. Both kids? Wow. Or maybe even more than 2? You have 5 kids and they all have prom tomorrow? That's crazy. Meg and I are gonna grill out tonight. I'm gonna be my most Midwestern dad. I'm gonna grill out. I need to finish the book club book. Probably fold some laundry. Go for a little run tomorrow. Going out for dinner with fam tomorrow, which I'm a bit stressed about, but seeing the niece and nephew, which will be fun. Nice. Nice. So you're stressed about the dinner. Is it the fam part of the dinner that stresses you out? Is it the dinner part of the dinner? Is it the peopling part of the dinner? Game night tonight. Let's go, Evo. Let's go. You know what we haven't done in forever? A daily game. It is 12:27. Do you think I have time to bandle real quick before I get into Silksong? JK, I'm in charge here. I get to decide what I'm doing. Hi, Iru. I forgot about the pizza. Oh my god, I forgot to tell you. Never mind. No time for bandle. I have to talk about pizza. Does anybody know what an uni oven is? Has anybody heard of an uni pizza oven? Zuma says my mom's pizza, mozzarella and chicken topping. I don't know what she puts in the sauce, but it's something good. Is it like a tomato based pizza sauce? I'm sure it is, right? Generally. Rinpet says we have one and you live in Colorado. The jokes make themselves. I was just about to say you may know about unis, but if you live in Colorado or Utah, you 1000% own one. So we went to, that's so funny. We went to Utah/Colorado over last weekend, and one of the things we did is we met up with some friends for a pizza cookout one night, and they had an uni, which is a like little, it's like a little self-standing pizza oven where you slide the pizza in for like 5 minutes. You can rotate it, you slide it back out, and all of a sudden you got a beautifully done pizza. And so the party was just the hosts absolutely slinging pizzas in and out of the uni, and then us tasting and trying all of these pizzas. Apparently they are very very nice. You can make your own pizzas. You make them pretty quick. I think they run on propane, so it's not like they're wildly complicated to set up. I think they may be a little bit expensive. I'm not sure. I have a couple hot takes. And maybe Renpet is not gonna hang out on stream anymore because of what I'm about to say. Renpet says my husband's an amazing pizza chef, so I got it for his birthday a couple years ago. How often do you guys use it? Here's my hot take. Why do humans insist on trying to make better what God has already perfected? And God in this situation, people in this sentence is uni owners. God in this situation is Red Baron frozen pizza. Why do humans who own uni ovens insist on trying to make better what Red Baron has already perfected? Why? There's a lot to unpack there. There's nothing but truth. I'm honestly kidding. Here's the thing. I did have some excellent pizza from the uni. 1. 2, they did a lot of very weird flavors, including one of them had like Dijon mustard on it. So, at least 2 of them had 2 different ones, had different types of cheese that I don't know how to pronounce or name. One of them was like a liquid cheese. It was weird. And not like a liquid cheese as in like it was solid and then it melted. It was like liquidy. I don't know. 3, the most important thing is actually that I gave up on Red Baron years ago and I now eat DiGiorno. But I don't eat croissant crust. Croissant crust is pretty good, but I like stuffed crust and or normal crust. But anyways, Your Honor, he's rage baiting. I'm not rage baiting. I just think, why buy an expensive oven that you have to buy propane for and you have to manage to not burn yourself on, when 17 minutes in a conventional oven will meet every single one of your pizza dreams? 17 minutes in a conventional oven at 350, 400, 425, depending on what you're using. Why? My uni doesn't take propane. What does it take? What does your uni take? What's it take? It's about the journey, not the destination. Fuck that shit. This is pizza. Let's get down to brass tacks. This is tomato on bread with cheese and other toppings. We don't have time for journey, not destination. Your uni is wood-fired? That's worse. It takes wood chips? That's worse. In the equation of my mind, which is ease of use, that's worse. I actually really want to try your pizza now because I bet wood chip fired uni pizza is fucking delicious. The main thing I'm saying is keep your pizza simple. The pizza with the Dijon mustard was like pretty good. The pizza with the weird cheese was pretty good. But if they would have just put pepperoni and sausage, or even just pepperoni, or even just cheese in that sucker, I'd have been the happiest camper. And then cranked out like 17 pizzas. I'd have eaten 16 of them. Did you share this opinion with your graceful and caring host? Nope. 1, I was too busy chasing our daughter around their yard. She was throwing rocks at their chickens, and I was trying to keep their chickens alive. 2, I was trying to be kind. Simple YouTube man wants frozen pizza is not at all surprising. Our daughter's obsessed with chicken. She does not understand that you should not throw rocks at them. So that's fun. That's fun. Anyways, if you're an uni pizza oven lover / owner, I expect a 5-paragraph essay on my desk tomorrow morning about why you don't regret your purchase. And maybe I'll reconsider my opinion. She's an aspiring Zelda player. Rinpit says, and I quote, no. All right, that's fair. That's fair. That's fair. Let's Silksong. Let's silk our song. Probably the same kind of deal as yesterday, where today as a stream may be a couple hours long. Probably a couple hours from now is about what I got in me before I got to get on to other things. Not knowing YouTube is also slang for white is hilariously accurate for you. God damn it, Pixels. You're right that I misread it. It's not that I didn't know it. I did misread it. Misread it. I did think to myself, what the fuck does me being a YouTuber have to do with being... with liking simple pepperoni pizza? But it's obviously so much funnier. It's obviously so much funnier. Yep. Yep. God damn it. Most people don't have this problem. Most people aren't YouTubers. And also YT man. Simple YT man. AKA YouTube man. I was like, yes, these are all things that I am. I am simple. I am a YouTuber and I am a man. Yeah, absolutely. Anyways. Oh, hello, beautiful people of the internet. It's Silksong. We're back. We played some yesterday, and as you can see on the descriptor in the bottom left, we made our way to putrefied ducks, like putrefied geese, like putrefied waterfowl. Putrefied... what's another word for duck other than waterfowl? I don't really know. Long story short, I think we're probably done with this area. We have we picked up a couple new things yesterday, including Materium, which should go inside of our home. We picked up a piece of craft metal. We picked up a couple new tools, including the Volt Vessels and the Wreath of Purity. It's a little fucking late for that, but we've got it. We also got Long Claw at some point, maybe yesterday, maybe not. We completed finding Jubilana and turning things into the Huntress. That's how we got Long Claw, was turning things into the Huntress. So yeah, Putrefied Ducks is done. And at least in my mind it is. There's still something right here, which is a little interesting. The Pale Lake doesn't feel done, but I guess it's done. I don't know. Which leaves us with some options on what to do next. Chakra and her master have headed into... Chakra is searching for her master, who is in Biowater. I think this would be a lot of fun. I don't know that I'm emotionally prepared to do this because... It's sort of like that period in a relationship where you don't yet have the energy to tackle breaking up or taking things, or on a less negative note, taking things to the next, escalating them to the next logical step, moving in or getting married, or whatever your step is. I'm tempted by the stasis here. As long as I don't do this quest, it's possible I could see Chakra around the next bend. It's possible I could see... And maybe I could do the quest and then I could still see Chakra, but I do think learning more about Chakra and her master means progressing Chakra's story and potentially ending Chakra's story. I don't think the fear of it being over is a good reason not to do it, and so I'm sort of talking myself into getting back to Biowater. Other than that, I'm very tempted by Cogwork Core and the melodies and the big things that we have left. I think that's kind of basically all we have left in terms of... I think we're probably pretty near the end of Act 2, is what I'm trying to say. So let's get started. Let's do it. I think maybe we just head to Bilehaven and then to Biowater. I think it kind of makes sense. Do I want to take... I think I want to probably just travel down rather than going to here and then traveling north. Hi, Jab. How's it going? Hi, Tub. How you guys doing? Meeting your crush's master is a big step in advancing your relationship. What's the real-world equivalent of your crush's master? Like their parents? Just get me out of here. I don't even want to see you guys. Their boss? Meaning your crush's boss, it's probably their boss, is actually a pretty big... That is a pretty big step. The first time you introduce your partner to your boss, that's like a... That's a big deal. Depending on what kind of job they work. Hi, Duber. How's it going? Here for 20 minutes before I go bowling for a field trip. Oh, yeah. Bowling. Bowling. Meeting your future mother-in-law. I didn't mean to do that. Back to Biowater. God damn it. Don't act so excited. At least we have the Wreath of Purity on. Back to Biowater. I still think the music right here is Evanescence coded. Do people meet each other's bosses? Chad, if you're in a long-term relationship right now... No. If you have ever met one of your... I found a way to ask the question that will give me more of the answer that I want. If you have ever met one of your partner's bosses, type Y in chat. If you've never met one of your partner's bosses at any point in the past, type N in chat. I'm a Y. I've met a number of Meg's bosses in the past. And frankly, you know, I met bosses of other people back in the day. You could have a work party, like a Christmas party. You could have a work party. You can also meet them out in, you know, out in the wild. I met Megan's boss at the zoo once. Why, technically? That's a lot of ins in chat, I gotta be honest with you. I didn't realize that would be such a rare thing. Ah, you little shit. All right, we're looking for rings. God, remember this area? I do. I met my wife's boss, but she's never met mine. I'm sure, you know, there's a lot of factors here. Do they work close to home? Do they not? Do they work online? Do they work... I see rings. Track. Up here? Is this a new area? What the fuck is this? There's more to Biowater. Oh, no. Oh, no. I went to the wedding reception of my high school boyfriend's boss as his +1. You went with your high school boyfriend's boss? You were the +1 to your high school boyfriend's boss? No. Sorry, you meant your high school boyfriend. I was like, damn. That's fucked up. Actually, this raises an interesting question. If you are currently married, did you have coworkers at your wedding? Or if you're currently divorced, that's fine too. It doesn't matter if your marriage lasted. If you invited coworkers to your wedding. I did invite coworkers to my wedding. Megan invited coworkers to her wedding, which was also my wedding, it turns out. Ooh, coworkers at wedding. Why? Pineapple, how many jobs have you had? How old are you? Ooh, coworkers at wedding. Why? Yeah, you're right. There's no reason to ever invite coworkers to anything. 23, 3 jobs. You're right. At 23, you never mind. You're right. At 23, you've got it right. Let's approach the world from your perspective here. Why would you ever see your coworkers at anything other than work? You're right. I went to a coworker's wedding. I'm inviting a few past coworkers. I'll invite some. There's a difference between coworkers and friends there's a difference between coworkers and friends who started as coworkers. That's a good distinction. Oh, pure water. I thought it was going to be maggots. I'm really nervous. Can you guys tell? I'm freaking nervous. I got to make a good impression. It's bad. It's bad. Here's a related question. Do you ever text any, or are you in contact with any ex-coworkers? I guess is a related question. Here's my thought. I mean, if you work any sort of job, like of any variety, you're going to spend somewhere between 10 and 90 hours a week with those people. I think there's just a decent chance that some of them you'll become friendly with and or friends with. I think that's the why. I think that's, and I don't think that's a particularly shocking thing to have happen either. My best friends are old coworkers. None of my best friends are old coworkers. I am, and frankly, I'm not like close friends with any ex coworkers, but I would say decent friends with a couple old coworkers. So we're underneath the Pale Lake. This is really cool. I was just last episode wondering why the Pale Lake existed if nothing was happening. We're below it right now. This is crazy. This is lucky. This is very lucky that this worked out this way. Oh, we've done it. We've done it. We've done it. Hello? Okay, we have to give up on the coworker talk. Pashanka, hornets wielding needle. For that is your name, is it not? I have heard it spoken in this land with reverence. Chat, front seat question. Is this the first time she has called me Hornet? Yes or no? It's got to be. My expectation is that this is yes. I think every single other time she has called me child-wielding needle, right? Front seat question, is it child-wielding needle every other time? I just want to make sure I'm understanding the sentence on screen correctly. Pashanka, hornet-wielding needle. That is your name, is it not? I have heard it spoken in this land with reverence. I'm very nervous about where this is going. I think it could be nothing, but I'm nervous about where it's going. I had hoped you would accept my summons. In these moments, 1 is good, but 2 is best. I mean, are we dating? Are you looking for like a night out on the town? I can give that to you. 2 is best for that. I would not deny the wish, Chakra. A somber ceremony seemed likely at this trail's end, and I am sadly proved correct. This, then, is your master. The fiercest of my tribe, here she lies. I called her master true, but she was mother just as much, more by far than the bug who bore me. Aw. Among the many marvels of this kingdom, she found a fine place to meet her end. Yeah. Ended by age. My tribe would call that shame, but I see only strength unbeaten. Why do I feel like this is going to end with Chakra and I fighting? Even as her shell betrayed her, she walked this kingdom's breadth. It was her trail followed that allowed me to share witness to its dignity. Hornet-wielding needle, you too have journeyed these many paths, as my master before us. Join me now for her song sending. It is time for her soul to walk beyond her shell. Ushkaro. Oh, man. Wish granted. For sharing this moment, I shall have you accept a gift, one I had believed I would never pass. Is it rings? What is it? You would take these rings and the learnings to make more. Is this a tool? They are built of a clever method devised by my master and will crush hard this kingdom's toughest shell. Use them, and she is remembered.
Hironare.
My thanks, Chakra. To gain a tool so defined by its owner, I am much grateful. They shall prove a great aid on my own journey. Throwing ring. Oh, no, stay a second. I do love that we got a ring from Chakra. Not just one ring, 17 of them. Let's go. Oh, stay a second, Chakra. A hardened throwing weapon of the warrior Chakra. Blunt force weapon that rebounds between enemies and hard surfaces. This was very interesting. I have a lot of thoughts. I also have a lot of hopes. It's my hope that maybe Chakra has just... So Chakra's going through a moment, right? She has just lost her master, like her mother, like her parent, and also shed the weapon that is her identity in some ways, right? I think it's very possible that Chakra's story sort of ends here. I think that would be one possibility. It is not my hope. It is possible that we have sort of seen the end of Chakra's story. That said, I think there's also a lot of potential from a story, from a character perspective right now, to let us see a new transformed Chakra. Grief is transformational. It's one of the more transformational things that can happen. And she's also shed her ring. I still am going to hold out hope for a Chakra that we may fight, or at least get to see more of, with a new set of tools or weapons. And if not, maybe if you still have the rings, that would be cool too. But to me, I read that as like Chakra is laying them down, not just... not just also giving them to me. Rhetorical questions, by the way, these are. Absolutely. I like that we have a new Needle-In song here. Chat, front seat question. What's... Front seat question, yes or no. Did Chakra tell me the name of this person? Yes or no? Damn, she said Pashanka, I think, which I think is just her way of saying, like, greetings or, like, something like that. Damn. Okay. I'd love to know more about this person. But instead, I think that's it. But again, I'd only like to know more about that person in that it would let me know more about Chakra. Because Chakra is the thing we care about. Look at the her mentor's weapons, by the way. She to the very end was killing bugs here. You know what I'm saying? To the very end, she was slaying bugs. Balls? Can I get an exclamation watch down? I tried to bait you guys to say balls. Wow. That leaves us with... Ouch. No miniature quests right now. Really, Ryan? You want my watch time? I'm just trying to give you an opportunity to flex. You don't have to take it if you don't want to. $8.99. Hornet wielding needle. It's so interesting. It's such a good move to let Chakra learn your name via your workings through Farloom. She knows who we are now just because she's heard it through the... I need to go right here. Shit. She's heard it through the grapevine. Is it right here? It's right here. Hello. I do not want to fight you. In fact, I really don't want to fight you. You fucker. You fucker. I want to use you as transportation. Wait, is this wrong? Wait, shit. This is wrong. Right here. All right, we're gonna get back up to the Bell Station and the Bellway, and then the plan is to... The plan is probably, honestly, to go back to our house and check out some of the different message boards. I think I was just talking about this in today's Tears of the Kingdom video. I think so. But the... And I think we've probably talked about this on stream before, but hi Tank, how's it going? I have such a... I don't know that this is a good instinct, but I have such an instinct in my life to save the, like, best thing for last, quote unquote. Not in every... I think it's Carly and some other people who, when they're eating a meal, will save the best part of the plate for last. I don't do it with food at all, but I definitely do it with video games or like, especially exploring an area or completing quests. I think of these as like, these are the main quests for Act 2 is my guess, right? I'll do basically any quests other than these ones until it's clear that I need to do it. Mostly because I think the formative thing for me there is that I don't want to miss content, and so in a game like this, I really don't want to miss content where I'm like soaking up every single possible second. And so getting, you know, taking the opportunity to make sure I have every side quest done, explore every area, is my way of ensuring that happens. I definitely do that with food. I guess the only food I really do it with is burgers. Frying burgers. Frying burgers. What is your go-to eating strategy? What are you eating first? How much of which are you eating first? If you're eating a frying burgers, maybe you won't. Maybe you don't eat that. But if you're eating a frying burgers, burger is last. Fries go bad so fast that burger is last. I'm very similar. We're assembling the materium. Oh. Buckle the fuck up, chat. We got some reading to do. Exclamation, read that in chat. My take is the fries go bad first, but eating a burger on a full stomach is less satisfying. So I tend to eat about half your fries or maybe 2/3 of your fries. Then when you're at the point where like the burger you're gonna be able to enjoy every single bite of the burger, which I would argue is like the prime part of the meal and the part you really want to enjoy, for me at least. Then I will eat the burger. I will either finish it or get pretty close, and then I will be like, okay, now I need some salt and some... Now I need some fries to take me over the top, you know? Fries first, then back and forth between burger and fries till the fries are gone. Then the last few bites of the burger last. So it sounds like burger first is pretty rare. Also, it does depend on fry quality. Fry. Oh, you're saying depends on fry quantity. I was going to say depends on fry quality. If I'm eating McDonald's, I ain't fucking touching the fries until I'm done with the sandwich because I don't like McDonald's fries. Fries in the burger is top tier. I don't know. It's a skill issue. You getting full too fast? All right, gamers, buckle the fuck in. We got some reading to do. I'm looking forward to this. Silk is a fine thread spun from the soul of its creator. Highly coveted for... That's just the most direct explanation of the, like, magic system of this world that we've ever heard. Fine thread spun from the soul of its creator. Highly coveted for its remarkable strength and mystical properties. Used to heal wounds, extend life, weave powerful runes. Shell shards are hardened fragments of shell and bone used in the crafting of tools and traps. Rosaries are beads carved from various materials used as a measure of faith, traded as currency. Each is etched with a fine patterned design. How fucked up is it that your faith becomes your currency, right? We haven't explicitly said this yet, I don't think, but... If your faith can be measured, if your faith can be hoarded, that sort of... That's... Yikes, right? Yikes. In God we trust. I mean, that's... Don't take this as a defense, but that's a... This is a bastardization of, like... This is, I would argue, a much, much, much worse version of that. But that's current event. We don't need to get into it. But I'm saying, if the amount of rosaries you own is the amount of faith you have, like, that'd be a different world we lived in if, like, you went into the church and they were like, well, you have $100 in your pocket, which means that you are somewhat holy today. Try again tomorrow. Anyways, shell rosaries, beads carved from polished shell. Finer material reflects the increased value. Okay, interesting. Shell rosaries are the increased value ones. These ones are the ones I've seen because I really like these. These are pearl. Gleaming pearl carved over with intricate markings, the rarest and most highly valued rosaries in all of Farlam. I do really love it when one of these drops. Is that different than many churches are today? I would argue a couple things. One, it is different than I would say most churches today in some substantial ways, aka saying this is the exact same, saying rosaries that you own in this game are the exact same as many churches in today's world is an unfair and non-generous way to interact with both this game and the real world. And two, I would say probably not a conversation we have the equipment to get into on stream. I do totally, Nerys, totally. I do think there is a more like medieval what's the word? Analogy to be drawn. But yeah. Tithing is different. And at least in the church that I grew up in. And anyways, I don't think that we can get into it without being ungenerous in a number of different ways. And I'm really, really not interested in streaming in or in like being at the forefront of a conversation that is ungenerous right now and also generally. So while I absolutely will like look very critically at the church in the Citadel in this game, I also will kind of hold my tongue and ask you guys to do the same for like I mean, here's what I really think. The Citadel is more like a mega church. I also don't like that metaphor, and I'm going to shut it down right now. Here's what I think. I don't think we're being thoughtful, fair, nuanced, or generous, which are all things that I really, really hope that we could be, in doing the very easy button pressing of being, and I don't think of doing the very easy button pressing of being like, the Citadel in Silksong equals mega churches in America. I don't think it's fair. I'm not interested in letting an unfair conversation like that start or happen here, despite the many, many, many problems and my very complicated personal history with Christianity and the church. If you want to talk about that, boy, howdy, we need to have a whole nother 6-hour stream, and I don't know that I could get into it all then. From a like fictional, here's what I would say from my personal perspective, and if you disagree, that's totally fine. From a personal perspective, I think what we're looking at is more of a... I think what we're looking at in the piece of fiction that is this bug universe made by Team Cherry, I think what we're looking at is parody as in artwork, which is where you exaggerate, where you fully exaggerate, where you put a magnifying glass on some parts of a structure that may have some real world equivalences, but is not a one-to-one. And looking at it as a one-to-one is both cheap and unhelpful. So that's my take. You may disagree with it. I do firmly disagree that rosaries in this game are like a one-to-one for any, at least the ones I'm thinking of, any like, yeah. At least in terms of modern faith. That's where I'm at. I'm going to keep reading now. If you disagree, that's fine. It's not that serious. I'm a Twitch streamer. You could disagree with a Twitch streamer. A Twitch streamer could disagree with you. Where I do have to put my foot down is I get wildly uncomfortable having conversations that aren't treating complex situations generously. Yeah, Cannon Fodder. That seems much more clear to me. Anyways, I'm going to keep reading. Pilgrim shawl. Simple garment worn by several pilgrims over the ages. Torn, tattered, and repaired many times over. Mossberry stew. Thick, syrupy soup of moss berries and druidic herbs. Sweet and aromatic, but poisonous to most creatures. We have one of these in our inventory right now. Sweet fruit that grows in moist environments. Its seeds are toxic to most creatures. Flint stone, long-burning rock from the base of Farloom mined and used by the Citadel in its forgings. I thought you were a YouTube man. Yeah. As a simple YouTube man. You have to put simple in there, too. I disagree with Ryan all the time. For example, on Pidgey. Flint gem. A gem-like organ taken from a flint beetle. Produces incendiary sparks when abraded. May explode if cracked or dropped. Craft metal. I'm going to put a flint gem on Chakra and I's wedding ring, by the way. Or Chakra's going to put it on mine. I don't know. Craft metal, rare element found naturally within the rock and bone of Farloom. Used by skilled craftsbugs in the construction of tools and trinkets. A spine core, flexible fiber from within a hoker's spine, can be woven into garments and accessories by a skilled seamstress. I think this is how we got the ability to glide. We had to have some structure to our dress. To our garment. Pale oil, bile gland of a rare Sylphian slug. Talented pinmasters can use the glistening liquid to improve a blade's sharpness. Abraded is a good word, truly. A simple, young, and relevant YouTube man. Exactly. Silver bell, finely forged bell made from a gleaming metal. Horn fragment, hardened chunk of horned shell collected from a defeated savage beastfly. Crown fragment, large spike of bone collected from a defeated skull tyrant. There are a couple things in here that I'm really interested to see what the descriptions are because they may be very useful to us. Right now, we're kind of going through the things we already are pretty familiar with. For instance, the white soul juice thing. The cog heart. I think those are probably going to show up in here. Never mind. Neither one of them is in here. Plasmium, liquid life seed, possessed of remarkable regenerative qualities, substance foreign to Farloom, introduced by the alchemist Xylotl. Rag pelt, tattered pelt taken from the body of a craw bug, fragile and drab, considered to have few practical uses. Polyp heart, core of a flower formed around the body of a consumed wood wasp, secretes a sticky sap the wasps subsist on. Roach guts, tough and slimy with a rank odor from muck roaches, unpalatable to most. Vintage nectar, high-quality nectar of a long-lived aphid, kept in storage over many lifetimes to allow complex maturation. I wonder why they do this. I have ideas, but... What I mean by that is that, like, this is like having a bestiary for materials, for raw material. My guess is that the reason they do it is that to help you when you need to track some of them down for miniature quests. Oh my god, there's relics at the bottom too. These are the relics we have. These are the cylinders we have. I guess if they do all this, it's just like all your lore in one place. A bestiary for all the things that aren't bestiary. I totally agree that nuance is very important, but I do feel that religion being one of those topics that is off the table feeds into the ability of some churches / religions to take advantage of people. For on or off the table for stream or for like general conversation? I mean, for stream, the reason religion is sometimes off the table is mostly that it is often current events, which I take off the table. The reason I take current events off the table is mostly because I really struggle to be for a couple reasons. One, I struggle to be entertaining and to provide a place that can be entertaining when current events is on the table. I really struggle to do it. And I think I don't know. I don't know that that's the right decision, but I don't know that I could stream if I didn't do it. Yeah, and you may have very large disagreements with that, and I totally respect that. That's a whole nother conversation to have. I don't think that... So I don't think, like, comparing the... Like, here's what I would say. Trying to break down or close read what purpose religion in Silksong is doing is totally on the table. Close reading the text, Silksong, comparing that, totally on the table. Doing it in a cheap or ungenerous way is not something I'm interested in doing. I think it'd be really easy to play Silksong and raise a big middle finger and be like, Christianity, am I right? I think that isn't helpful to anyone. I also think it's not fair to the game. I don't think it's unfair. I think it's probably unfair to a lot of Christians, many of whom I have a lot of Christians who I'm very close to. Either practicing in like religion with a capital R or in a more spiritual way. But the like, it's not the religion in Silksong that's off the table. It's the like, I'm going to take what I'm finding here, treat it too simply, and look outward and say, fuck this that's going on. That, I feel like, helps neither our understanding of the game, nor is fair to people, or fair to, like, I don't think it's a beneficial way to arrive at understanding of either the game or the real world. Carly says it's also stressful to be put on the spot to talk about upsetting topics on camera. It's also it's also stressful to be asked to moderate conversations about very stressful topics when you have not been trained to do that. This is why politics is kind of off the table in our Discord. It would be one thing if I could pay people who were trained as moderators to help us through really tough conversations where people's identities and really stressful topics are at the center of them. I can't do that, and the mods didn't sign up for that, and so I can't. It's not something. I'm just not the right place for it. where I feel, here's how I feel personally. What I do think we can be a place for is thoughtful, nuanced, detailed looks at art like Silksong, which oftentimes has at its heart very political, emotional, very current eventsy type material, like religion in Silksong, absolutely. Like plenty of things in The Last of Us, like plenty of things in X Game and Y Game and etc. I feel very comfortable personally getting into the weeds in terms of the art. Getting into the weeds of when you do a job that is basically streaming live on camera. Here, to be very clear with you, here's where part of this comes from. I was streaming on January 6th. I had to be on camera as people popped into chat and said, "Can you believe what's happening?" And I did not have a way to do that. I don't know how to be. So this is all on me. I can't be I can't do politics on stream because I had to sit here and be the bouncing board that people popped into chat and said, "Can you believe what's happening?" And I was like, I don't have any details. I also don't have any information. I also don't have any like well-rounded approaches, like responses to that. I'm scared. I don't have any I can't be all of that for someone. What I can do is narrow in on the things that I know how to do, which is talk about a work of art, talk about where it gets political a little bit, or where it gets, where it gets human. So yeah, I do think your point about religion being off the table, I agree with you. I don't think religion, it would be really silly to play this game and be like, well, I can't talk about religion at all. That would be silly. I feel like you'd be ignoring something at the heart of this game. So point well taken. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about the religion in the game. What I don't want to do is then do the live online thing where you say, haha, religion in game, fuck X, or just like Y, and there's no other nuanced or detailed or thoughtful conversation about the connection between our real world and the thing. And so I try to stay where I'm at, which is this. And maybe that's a mistake. Frankly, I worry about that all the time. Maybe that's not... There was a really good conversation in Discord the other day about that we should have at another time, because I can't possibly do it right now because I need to do other things. But there was a really interesting conversation in Discord the other day about Andy Weir and writing books that are quote unquote not political. And I have very strong feelings about that topic that don't agree with Andy Weir. And that said, I can't run a political live stream. Not because I don't think that does some good in the world. I can't do it as a person, as an individual. My name is Ryan. I can't do it. And so I have to find this other weird line to walk where I don't think we talk about politics, but I'll happily talk about how trans lives matter. Where I don't think we talk about politics, but I'll happily break down the weird gender dynamics in a piece of art. I'll talk about those things, because that's focusing on it's like close reading the text is how I would try and describe it. Anyways, I'm rambling by now, so I'll stop rambling. But a lot of good messages in the chat. I just want to say that. Thanks for typing them. I don't know. Nothing I just said should be taken as gospel with a capital G. I'm just a lonely little scared man. A lonely little scared simple YouTube man, YT man, who does not know what he's doing and is trying his best, but is probably making mistakes. So, why are we fighting Andy Weir? We simply cannot get into that right now because I will spend an hour talking about how vehemently I disagree with Andy Weir on one specific quote. We simply cannot get into it because I once again have the tendency to forget about our YouTube audience. I hope you are retented. We will get into it at some point. I think it's and frankly, we'll probably get into it on Saturday at book club. Yeah, but anyways, I'm going to read a couple more entries. Oh, you're right. I am also young and relevant. Yeah. Pile apart. Core of a flower formed around the body of a consumed wood wasp. I read that one already. Roach guts we read already. Rag pelts. Read already. Courier swag. Heavy cloth sack containing tools, trinkets, and medical aids. Queen's egg. Fragile egg containing a young silk eater queen. Queen cannot gather silk itself. With time and care, it could be raised to breed more silk eaters. Hi, Danny. How's it going? I wonder what sort of angles we aren't even thinking of with the team being Australian. It's true. I know very little about Australia's religious history. That too. Very true. Courier's rasher. Fatty meat of indeterminate origin. Once prepared, it will quickly spoil if not stored properly. Vintage nectar we read. Choir cloak. Garment gifted to pilgrims on admittance to the citadel. Its thick weave offers additional protection against wind and cold. AKA we had to grab it to get the like fur-lined thingy. Steel spines. Heavy machinery. Pierce through the toughest shell. Crust nut. Riley, that's you.
I love silly bug game. It
Speak
makes
of the
me
devil.
happy. I love silly streamer man. He makes me happy. I now happy. Liland heart.
Spoken like a true crust nut. Thank you very much. Pickled muck maggot. Pungent delicacy preserved in roach brine. The most famous creation of the disgraced chef Lugoli. Yeah, disgusting. Seared, shredded, and skewered. We've read all of those recently, and we've read these before, so that's the whole thing. I have a Materium. I have an encyclopedia. And that's all of that. There's nothing on the thing here. And this, I think, is still just more. Oh my god, 1,100 for a personal spa? They're ripping me off. Bell lacquer. What do you got to say? We're lucky to have you, Miss Traveler. Bellheart, you're always welcome. You and your big sharp blade. I'm going to go visit the other. I think there's two other, right? Kingsley's dreaming. I'm going to visit Bone Bottom and First Shrine to see if there are any other like bulletin board quests before we do anything else. Also, I should probably visit the fleas because we released that big-ass flea last time. I forgot about that. Anyone else been just absolutely fucking paralyzed with uncertainty recently? Just me? No? Our fleas are at Greymore. A giant awoo. A giant awoo. Oh boy. Hashtag relatable. I think that's part of why the last week has been so much fun for me. Like, I felt, I feel like running in particular does something for me that... Are fleas right here? No, fleas are... Where the fuck are the fleas? Fleas are left of here more. Fleas are left just outside of Bellheart. So I should have done that. Outside of Bellheart? Yeah, fleas are like right here, I think. No. Where's... Wait. Flea Caravan moved. It should be on the map. Flea Caravan should be on the map. They moved. Are they Citadel-ish? My fleas! They're outside of Grand Gate. Okay. So that's just blasted steps and then over. Okay. I forgot they're on the map. Hi, could you give me some rosaries, please? That's my other name is Uncertain Prince. Your old name. I said blasted steps, right? Ryan, you could be so rich if you could figure out how to manifest / replicate those endorphins you get from running to everybody. I know how to replicate them, Tony. I've got it figured out. I know how to replicate them. Okay, so hear me out. Best endorphins I've ever felt. You go for a trail run. It's uphill for a couple miles, but when you get to the top, there's a place to rest, and you can see like a vista, and oftentimes the sun is setting. So many of the most peaceful, best moments I've had in my life, you know, not like getting married or having a kid, but like the best, you know, the best moments in a like peaceful way have been those kind of moments. Here's the thing. It doesn't hit the same. It doesn't hit the same for me personally. If you just get to the peak, look at the vista, see the sun, but you didn't have the incline before. Doesn't hit the same. That's not to say it isn't good. It's not to say it isn't fine. I think the endorphin formula is pretty well solved. The problem is I can't do it for you. You know? The replicating it part of it is very tough. Oh my god, it's the giant Awu. You can't replicate it because the you know, the first part of it is the whole part of it too, you know? Dodeshna, dear one, Dodeshna. Have you returned to use Krat's luxurious spa carriage? I sure haven't. I did not even mean to talk to you. Fuck you. Miss Hornet, wonder at how large our caravan has grown. So bold and boisterous, this gilded chamber can barely contain us all. The many fleas are itching to journey once more to find a space to stretch their wings. But from here, as their leader, I am hesitant to order us so swiftly away. These heights hold too much danger to set forth without a safe goal held clear in mind. What of you, Miss Hornet? Your tasks carry you throughout this kingdom. Have you ever encountered a place appropriate? I have seen a place. Is it Songclave? No. I have seen a place, Flea Master. A cave beyond the Citadel. It's that clear space where I found... Is it where I found the Big Awu? A cave beyond the Citadel at the edge of some ancient ducks. Is it the Pale Lake? That place may well suit your needs for safety. The trek would be long, but once reached, you will find a sandy shore, free of predators, beside a wide, clear lake. It's as peaceful a place as I've seen throughout these fraught lands. Here I was last stream saying, what is the point of this lake? What is the point? Why is it here? It has to have a reason to be here. I fall into this every time. The reason is an emotional one. The reason is not is an environmental one. The reason is that if the entire Citadel was trying to kill you and there was no respite, there was no place to watch an old mentor die, there was no place to sit on a quiet beach and rest, it would be pointless. It's like that Brennan Lee Mulligan. It's like, okay. Michael Scott, a.k.a. Wayne Gretzky. It's like that Brennan Lee Mulligan short where he talks about the Japanese filmmaker who insisted on, in his film, showing the rain on it's like that. Artifice knows what I'm talking about. You have to see the rain on the peaceful village and not just the fighting for the village. You have to see what they're fighting for. We need our fleas to make it to the lake. I'm glad somebody got the reference, because otherwise I would be here badly explaining a thing that that no one would understand. That's it. It must be. Our destination has been set. Our journey can continue. True friend of fleas you are, Miss Hornet. That place shall welcome us, no doubt. Will you be joining the caravan on this journey? On the one hand, I don't want to go back there. On the other hand, I really want to see you guys happy there. I really want to, like, I have to see you happy there, and so I might as well travel with you. Uzai says, I was about to ask if you'd ever seen the film he's talking about. Then I realized who I was talking to. Exactly. I have not seen it. Marvelous. We fleas shall be overjoyed to have your company on the road. Our new home is calling. We must travel. I really enjoyed traveling with the fleas. I enjoy it more every time. Gotta go with the awoos. So cozy. Awoo. What a beautiful spot you've gifted us, Miss Hornet. Safe apart from the dark and death of the lands beside. A place for fleas to grow smart and strong. Here we shall see our travels end. I'm so nervous, guys. I've been thinking about the question somebody asked last time where they were like, how far in the game are you? Guys, we're like... Everything in me wants to say 50% because I want that to be true. And the answer is probably 90%. Probably 85. We're probably 85% of the way done with this game, and I'm so fucking sad about it. Here we shall see our travels end, for in Farloom there could be no finer place to settle. I'm glad the location suits, Flea Master. It is a calming thing to know these many fleas may survive. Most bugs of Farloom seem destined for far bleaker fates. Indeed, a hopeful future awaits, only because of yourself and your efforts. To commemorate our arrival, it would be my pleasure to perform a small service for you. Okay. I've been learning to sew. The little fleas have been gathering materials for me. I thought I could add an extra pocket to your tool pouch to make your travels a little easier. A trifling favor, much less than you deserve, but still I hope it meets to your satisfaction. Tool pouch expanded. We're at 4 out of 4 for capacity, 3 out of 4 for damage. That's amazing. That's amazing. Ushka Miskri. Miss Hornet, I must tell, we've seen evidence nearby of a hunter of our tribe. A flea that seeks fleas. As pungent and gruff as their sort often are, they're still useful to have around a caravan. A flea of their rare skill settled among us could offer defense and more. If you're still to be helping grow our town, search them out up atop the muck-choked ducks. What? So many lost fleas have made it here. Truly, I'd never dared to hope we could gather such a grand company. Still, there may be more out there in this wide world. What a wonder it would be if they too found their way to our fresh paradise. Chat, did I find the big awoo inside of putrefied ducks? Front seat question, yes or no? Big awoo. Giant awoo? That was Memoriam. That was Memoriam. Because everything was big inside of Memoriam. It was right here. He's saying there's... I don't think of this guy as a flea hunter, but still, he's saying there's a flea... There's a flea that hunts fleas? Ow! I like the noises they make. Okay. Dodeshna, dear one. Dodeshna. No, I'm still good. God damn it, they want me to stay in the ducks for a while. I've kind of been avoiding writing stuff down on my to-do list. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. It's fine, we have the thing. My to-do list is kind of fucked because it's too many pages long. But I'm going to write down find hunter flea in P ducks. Putrefied ducks. Does Ryan know who Blade is? I have heard of Blade, but I don't know anything about Blade, honestly. I don't know shit about Blade. I don't know what Blade is. Blade's a movie? To-do list can only be too big or too small, never the right size. No, I jumped too high. Fuck you, fuck you. That was the wrong button. That worked, though. Atop the mucks? Atop the muck of the ducks? This is the shortcut. Atop the muck of the ducks. But I wonder if it's... I wonder if there's a secret behind one of these guys. Maybe the flea doesn't appear until you get the flea caravan here. Please die, please die. Please die. You're so annoying to kill. Have I met somebody already? Will you die? That worked. Tama. Are we stuck in a time loop? Yeah. I'm gonna die. Ah, fuck. I'm gonna die out here. I have no health. Sorry, guys. I'm just sitting here trying to think through my memory of this place. I mean, there's this guy. Is it this guy? It's probably just that guy. It's probably just the one thing in this area that I haven't solved yet. That's got to be it, right? I need some health. It's probably just the one thing in this area I haven't solved yet. Which, to get to this guy, I think we have to go here. I forgot that you're fucking huge, brother. You're an excellent source of silk, though. Oh, no. Ah! Haven't you repressed every memory of this place? I probably should have. You're still here. What the fuck is the deal here, man? I've done all this. That guy up there. I've hit this guy so many times. My thought is the same as it always was. Can I approach this from the other end? From above? I don't know. This is the Huntress, who should not be... First off, she's not a top. Second off, she's not a flea, or a flea. How you doing over here? Huntress is the same as always. Okay, we're just going to go to the top of this area. And see if there's anything new at the top of Biowater. I think it's right here and then up. How did we establish the Huntress isn't a top? Isn't a top? I feel like the Huntress is probably a top. I don't know. Maybe, you tell me, but my guess would be yes. That's what you said? Oh, I thought I said she wasn't a flea. My bad, my bad. I meant that she wasn't a flea. Ryan doesn't listen to himself? You should try streaming. It's tough. You have to both be thinking and talking at the same time, and a lot of times that means I say the wrong thing. You guys got any fucking fleas over here? I can't even think without talking. Yee. There's nothing that I missed over here. I don't understand. I can't see anything that I missed. I have a feeling we're getting to the point. Eventually, I think this is going to happen, where I'm actually going to have some sort of questions for people about okay, so let's talk about it real quick because shit, never mind. I got to end the episode. I forgot that I didn't end the episode. Bye, YouTube. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm a little confused about what the Flea Master means, but I'm going to figure it out eventually. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you later. Bye-bye. See ya. Oh, hello. Beautiful people of the internet. I hope you're having a great day. We're back with more Silksong. We're going to play for probably about another hour. So here's the thing. I was just saying, and then I totally had to stop myself. Notice the slow stick drift, by the way. It's very cinematic. We're panning across the map. I think we're probably pretty close to the point of the game where I am thinking I might start asking some pointed front seat questions. Probably not today, but maybe next time or the time after. We're probably going to get to the point where I say, hey, chat, front seat question. Is there anything I haven't discovered in Wormways? As an example, that's not an actual question. Those kind of like, I guess those are less pointed and more broad, where it's like, how do I start to narrow in on if I'm missing content? Am I missing something that could happen here? Am I missing something that could happen here? Because I want to get the most out of this game, and I worry about a lot of things. But I worry about... Oh, I don't know. Maybe I should just try and finish the game first, and then I could go back and do that shit. I don't know. I'm thinking. Anyways, be prepared. We may end up doing that. I need you to be very particular with these questions. Yeah, I'll have to think about what the best method is. I also don't hate the idea of maybe just doing absolutely everything that I can on my own. And then waiting until the game is done to ask some of those questions. All right. We're back in Memoriam so that I can rest, so that I can pop out. Here's what I want to do real quick. There's a couple things right here that I think I need, that I think I could access, and then there's a bunch of stuff up here that I would like to access. Let's do it. Let's work on it. Hi, Stan. How's it going? Love accidentally giving a spoiler about a game I've never played. That's great. Did you get a message deleted? How you doing, Sven? Did you guys get snow last night or last couple days, Sven? I saw that Colorado was getting an unexpected winter right at the end. Oh. An unexpected winter right at the end of spring. What just happened? Did I just open a door that's been closed the entire time? Shout out to the mods. Thanks to the mods. Why did I have a marker here? Don't answer that. And don't laugh at me because I don't remember. It happens. Don't ask. If I had to guess, it's probably for this locked door up above me. But why did I put it in that room? Here's my thought. If there's anything in that room that I was just in. Yee. You guys are strong. You guys are very strong. We get it. You're strong. Oh, fuck. You killed me. No! There goes my deathless stream. Point and laugh, chat. Fuck. Dang it. Exclamation docket. You're so right. Evo sniped me with that one. You're very rude. You did not get hit by any of that lightning. Give me your money. 32 each time, which is really not a lot of money, but it's fine. So here's my thought. If I go down right here, there's a bench right here. The bench has an area up here. God, I remember this area so well. Definitely, definitely. Is there something to the right here? That connects to where I just was? God, it's been ages, in game and out of game, since I was last here. I think this yellow marker is probably good to be removed. There's something here probably. Okay, okay. We do a little unlocking. We do a little unlocking with our grappling hook. We'll come back to this. We will be right back to here. Hi, Joyce. How's it going? How's Scone going? I think it's going well. I don't know. I never really know. I never know if I'm on track or if I'm completely ignoring something that should be obvious. Such is the nature of a blind playthrough. I ask chat. I don't know how it's going. Ask them. Okay, I want to try to get to this yellow marker, and then I'm gonna get up and go to where I just was. He never returned again. Don't you put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby. Not this shit again. I really thought I was gonna avoid that one, huh? Cogwork core music, we're so back. We're so back. Hey, I did not know you were there. My bad. This is it. I mean, this is exactly where we've never been. How have we never been here before? How have we never been here before? What the fuck? This was just a jump. Charred bundle. Okay. Excuse me? The music stopped. An inert? Oh. An inert automaton with an empty chest? This is nuts because I've just been watching a Dimension 20 season that has to do with a automaton with an empty chest. And I just got to like the climax of that story, and now here we are, and there's an automaton with an empty chest and a cogwork heart. Okay. You have scissors. You have...
This motherfucker.
That was really freaky. It's like Evo voiced this character. That was really freaky. I had a half of a second where I thought that the second Sentinel spoke with Evo's voice. That was amazing timing. Woken. How do I do a robot voice? Woken is this Sentinel. Functional is it shell? Is it shell? Still devoted is this Sentinel and awaiting your commandment. Okay. So we've got second Sentinel. Cog works. You speak, Gilded One. I've no command for you, but my curiosity is piqued. You call yourself... Pexi, thank you for the gifted sub to Menti Kappa. Thank you, thank you. You call yourself a Sentinel. What is it you are charged with protecting? Yeah. Sentinel, one of the best feats in D&D, by the way. Defense of the sacred citadel and the voices that fill it. It is our eternal duty. I had assumed as much, yet look around you, Gilded One. During your slumber, the citadel has fallen. Its voices lay silent. This place is dead, or very nearly. Some would argue that standing guard over a kingdom's corpse is a foolish task, empty of meaning. I wonder then, will you still hold true to your charge? Eternal is the citadel. Eternal is the devotion of the sentinels. The citadel sentinel. Half rhyme. While its shell is functional, this sentinel will hold true to its duty. Where did you go? Where'd you go? I miss you so. Feels like it's been forever since you've been gone. Now come back home. I can't wait to find out where we see them. Okay. Well, done. Check that box. Check. Nice throwback, Peepaw. Thank you. I'm pretty good at throwing it back. Bounce on it. Throwing it back is one of my many special interests. No, fuck you, fuck. They killed each other. So from here, I just need to go back right. I think this has all been explored. The fact that this was not explored, though, makes me very nervous that I wandered into this place and didn't actually look around. So I'm just very quickly going to look around. I'm just going to go this way for 2 seconds. I'm nervous. Sometimes you walk into a room and you don't actually explore it, and then you never come back. That's just pilgrims. That's fine. Okay. Let's get back to the room we were in. Not the room we were in. The towering cogwork core. This whole thing. We had just found a way to enter. Which, by the way, I do have to kind of take a step back. I have to take a step back. I think that the way to get in here is actually from below via this little room right here underneath my camera. But oh, that's dope. I have found neither of those before this moment, I'm pretty sure. That's cool. It's an elevator, but it's just like a... It's just a little lift. That's cool. Okay, we're getting our feeling... We're getting the vibes back for this place. This we already opened. Perfect. Let's remember what it's like to be in these areas. So we have 2 pieces of the threefold melody or whatever to find still. The architect's melody and the conductor's melody, and this one is architect's. Conductor's is to the left. Okay, all right. Okay, this seems fine. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh, it's a steam machine. Okay. These guys don't drop enough rosaries for my liking. Straight into the things. Oh no, I missed. Oh no, I missed. I missed. Okay. Oh, no. Oh. We need some more silk. Which means it's time to bounce on it. Kill some of these boys. Nailed it. 7 health. Woo! I meant to claw... Fuck me. 6 health. I meant to claw line, but I didn't have the silk for it. Oh, yeah. I whiffed. What do you mean? Where are you going? That one's on me because I looked at chat. That's on me because I jumped my head for... Hornet's too tall. Hornet's too tall. Please let me out of here. I just want to go out and heal. Please let me out of here. How do I get out of here? I just want to safely exit so that I might heal. Thank you. Whew. Wow, blaming women for your problems? Yeah, everybody knows I'm really vulnerable when it comes to my height, and the fact that Hornet is taller than me is really concerning. We were talking earlier today, Joyce, about how I'm really vulnerable when it comes to my height. Because Evo made me on Tamagotchi life. And then Evo, and maybe it was just Carly, called me a short king because my Tamagotchi is pretty short. It turns out I'm not a short king. It's just the Evo made themselves as tall as you can possibly fucking be, so I look short in comparison. I was like, why are you putting this evil on me? This short king evilness on me. Turns out they weren't. No, you fucker. They just made me average height, which is totally fine. We're gonna do this on the first try of this try. You may quote me on that. Nope, okay. So I guess that isn't true anymore, but it was true at one point. Oh, I shouldn't have healed right there. I just wasted some. I cannot decipher its function to the greater core. Is it built for defense? If so, its passivity seems far from optimal. Its purpose is for you to bounce on it. And I'm not kidding. Its purpose is for you to bounce on it. I jumped. Why do you go down? Stick drift. Hornet's too tall. What else can I blame? Okay, what fresh hell awaits us over here? Okay? What fresh hell awaits us here? Okay, I don't know that I was meant to go over that, but it worked, so I'm not gonna... We have to try to do this while maximizing our silk gained as well. Which means pogoing. Woo! This is a banger of a song, abso-fucking-lutely. Stick drift, more like skill drift. I hate that. That's a good one. I gotta give it to you. I hate that it's good. I hate that you're right, too. People are making fun of my typo. I'm part of the family now. I don't know when that became a part of the things that we do, but apparently we do. I truly feel like I woke up one day and it was just happening. No! Wait, what? Okay, this is easy. Pogo. No, no, it worked, it worked, it worked, it fucking worked. It fucking worked. This has got to be a pogo here, right? Yeah. Is this where I'm trying to go, or is this somewhere else entirely? It worked. It worked. The best part is when you're trying to route find while in the process of making jumps you've never had to make before. No! It's all right. We saved it. We did not save it. I do not do that jump the correct way. I'll tell you that much for free. This part is very doable. No, I pogoed your ass. Yeah, start me back there. That's a way better place to start. I also pogoed your ass. We can do this. I said pogoed, not pegged. I fucked up. No. Ooh, we should have switched. Tools, and I will next time I die. If I die, we need the tool that gives us. We don't need this first off. We need the tool that gives us more max. Either speed, probably speed. Spool extender and or weave light. Means you can claw line again faster. I don't know why I did that. Fuck. It's fine. I think I need to go over that part. Oh no! I did it too early by a fraction of a second. 2 health. 2 health. Time to focus. Do you think I'm making it out? Belief or disbelief? What do you think? Little into belief, little into disbelief. You think I'm making it out on this life? Your belief gives me confidence. Your disbelief fuels me. We wait. We wait. We wait. Fucking nailed that shit. Please give me silk. Give me silk. Yeah. There's a baddie there. There's a baddie there. It's totally fine, but there is a baddie there. I want you all to know. I wasn't scared, but there is a baddie there. Why is it songs? I know it's like... Oh, wait. Amazing. Yes, please. It feels so satisfying to hit. Did we see? Wait. Where was it? No. Wait. What do you mean? What's the answer? Where's the key? There was one of those down below, which I'm a little bit scared of. I can't believe I just survived that. I'm a little scared that the answer is the thing that was below. If that is... Oh, boy! Didn't know you were there, too. I need your silk so that I can heal. Okay. All right, let's do it. Here is my... guess for what... Okay, so we have 4 columns. Each column has 4 pieces. It has 4 pieces. They're, I believe, basically musical notation, not from our world. My guess is that we probably need... Let's take some notes about what we have in terms of material before we decide what the answer might be. First things first. I want to see how many options there are in each slot. This right here is a slot. This is a slot. This is a slot. This is a slot. So 4 slots per column. 4 ranks per file, if you will, for the blueprinters out there. Here's what I want to do first. Let's do just this one right here. So in the top rank, file 1, rank 1, we have... I guess this would be rank 4. Rank 4, file A. We have quarter note, eighth note thingy. We have different. We have different. We have different. We have the same. There's 4 per slot. So I think what we have to do is just get them lined up per... per puzzle. Per file, I should say. Except for the fact that in the second slot, I don't really feel like any of them line up perfectly. That one doesn't line up well at all. Like the vertical lines is what I'm talking about. That one doesn't line up at all. That one kind of does in the first slot, but does not in the other ones. And this one kind of does in 1 and 2, but does not in 3 and 4. So that's confusing. What is the light for is the next thing. Do you reveal something that I can't see otherwise? I don't see. The age-old puzzle-solving thing. Just hit shit a couple times and see what happens. See, this looks good. These line up. These right here line up. So possibly that means that these two are just incorrect. Maybe we need to start from the bottom. That lines up. That lines up. Perfect. We did it. Okay. Excellent. 3 to go. So the puzzle is actually more about the puzzle is that each of these columns has a correct solution, but there are more than 4 possible. There's a number of different things that could be in this slot right here. You have to see, it has to be internally consistent, not consistent across the entire thing, if that makes sense at all, which I don't know that it does. But right now we're at potentially 3 out of 4. 4 out of 4. Cool. So I think we just take the first and second columns and just see what we can get to line up. This is not a very thinky puzzle, despite the fact that I really wanted it to be a thinky puzzle. I played too much Blueprints. We're 3 out of 4. 4 out of 4. Does this unlock the bacon crest? Probably does. This is how you get the bacon crest. You make everything a thinky puzzle? Absolutely. It's a thing I'm learning about myself. Honest to God, Minty Cuppa, I'm learning about this about myself in real life too. Just, I was saying earlier, kind of in jest, about how I am feeling paralyzed. Oh shit. Too much in my life right now. I'm being like paralyzed by uncertainty a lot in my decision making is what I mean by that. And one of the things I've been sort of feeling recently is Megan will come to me with like a question about something that we're like, we need to solve, right? There's one left here. I'm gonna get this thought out before I click it. I'm sorry for making you wait, but I have to get this. I have to talk about this because it's been something that's been on my mind a lot recently. Megan will come to me with like a problem that we need to solve. Maybe it's like, hey, when we moved in, we said we were gonna repaint this room, but we don't know what color to repaint it. We don't know how we're gonna redo it, right? Like, what do we do with this room? What's our end game with this room, X room that we're trying to solve in our house? And I will sit there and I will say, well, let's start from what we hope to use it for. Do we have any furniture already that's going to go in that room? Do we have, and I'll like overly think through, obviously, the entire thing. And then I'll say, well, the ideal way to start then, if we're going to eventually put heavy furniture in there, would be to paint it before we get the heavy furniture. But that means that we have to select the paint color first, then come up with like furniture that matches that paint color or whatever. I think this is a skill and a blessing in some facets of life. When it comes to decorating rooms, it doesn't fucking matter because none of that's that important. But I think it can be a skill in some parts of life that I really like to consider the whole problem and be like, what is the ideal way to start? I really like to think, what is the ideal method to solve this problem? Not that I find the ideal method. Obviously, you guys know better than that. Don't point and laugh at me. But I really like to start with problems by thinking, what is the ideal method to get to a solution rather than what is the ideal solution? That also bites me in the ass so much because it's exhausting. It's fucking exhausting to be like, sometimes the best thing to do is to just start solving it. A lot of times the best thing to do is to just pick a place to get into the puzzle and start puzzling. Why? Why is my brain like this? And figuring out like when to pick that up and put that down is a real struggle for me. Because I really like thinking through the complex, like the way I would describe it is like thinking through the complexity of a problem and then like picking a method to solve it that matches that complexity or that like synergizes with that complexity, right? It's exhausting. It's exhausting. Ugh. Sounds reasonable to me, but I also have a room in my house that I don't use because I haven't been able to redo the floor yet. We have a room in our house that had some god-awful wallpaper when we moved in. It is currently the wallpaper is half torn down because we started with one method of removing wallpaper and I went, this is not the right method for doing it. And so I want to do the right method, the method that will be better in the long term. Because of that, I completely halted the normal method of doing it. The method we had already tried. And now we're going to spend 4 months of our life, or probably a year of our life, with half torn off wallpaper in an ugly ass room that is half in progress because I couldn't just leap at the first opportunity I got to solve the problem, and instead I wanted to think about a different one. Why am I like this? Are you talking about the horse wallpaper? No, the horse wallpaper is gone, thank God. This is different wallpaper, but that one we just ripped off. It came off really easily is what I should say. The other wallpaper is still fucking adhesive to the... Please be the solution. We did it. Now, what does this do? Will you sing to me? My choir? Oh. Boss battle. Give it to me. Give it to me. No? Yes, please? No. Yes, please? Please! Oh! Immediate tears. This is amazing. I'm scared. The Architect's Melody. One part of the threefold melody entrusted to the industrious architects. What a cool cutscene. Oh! Just a full robotic choir. What a neat... It's such an interesting vibe, too. It's giving like Chuck E. Cheese vibes. A like automata or like a statue with a gramophone at its center, putting forth a robotic human voice, a robotic voice. It's just an interesting little mixture of like vibes. Speaking of interesting vibes, McFly, thanks for the follow. Can I push this off a cliff? I really want to. Goodbye. Didn't actually mean to do that. You broke it? You're a menace? Nah. I'll break that one too if you really want. I want to see it do it again. This is metal. Banger. Absolute banger. Ouch. I guess I deserve that, huh? I should go the other way. What am I doing going this way? All right. Am I going to make it out of here alive? I highly doubt it. That's what I was going to say before I was so rudely interrupted. God, this music. Do do do. Do do. Yo, Brack, how's it going? Did I come into the wrong area here? Kind of. Uh-oh. Let's just slowly drift down. There's no need to rush. Yeah. No, you fucker. You absolute piece. You son of a bitch. You ready? Eat my dust. We're doing this the hard way, apparently. Ooh, that was fun. Okay, we're 2 for 3. Give me the bench. Pogo God? I'm nothing if not a Pogo God. Or at least a Pogo apprentice. Trying to heal your shoulder? What happened to your shoulder, dude? One more, baby. Wow. We were gonna go to Songclave earlier to see if there was anything on the bulletin board. We never did, so I think now is as good a time as any to do that. So let's go up, then right. Thanks for clipping, Pexy. I have a hard time deciding which track I like best. Cogwork Core has to be up there. Give me your monies. Thank you for your monies. Okay, did I just run through you? That was crazy. Songclave, my darlings. What's that you got there, bell ringer? Stole someone else's... This is the thing, the soul. I have like a weird thing. Stole someone else's soul for yourself? You speak of the remnant I found in the muck-choked caves beside the citadel. This is soul siphoned from a once powerful bug. It's only a thin mix now, but there is still some strength left. At peak, their talents must have been impressive. Aye, they was that. I knew the bug. In his prime, long time back. Braver than most, and as little a fan of this citadel as you yourself. When seeking alliance with those basic bugs of the swamps, thought they'd both gain from the union. Scheming defiance, or some such stupidity. Now he's as dead as he was daft. Don't go trying to make friends in Farloom, Bellringer. Nothing good comes of it. You impress me, Ryan? What does that mean? Really? Really or not so really? Seeker's Soul. Let's put Druid's Eye on rather than this. Let's also get rid of this and put something more. Thing Shard. There's something on the bulletin board. Here they limply lie, the castaways and the disillusioned and the used up. The accent is slowly drifting further east as you go. Can I be honest with you? As I was reading the text in Caretaker last time, I started thinking of the... Oh my god, I know what just happened. I figured it out. I figured it out. It was second sentinel. That's what happened. I ran through second sentinel and I thought it was an empty or an enemy. Okay, what I was trying to say is, what is the name in the second Pirates of the Caribbean movie? Calypso. Calypso? What's the Shakespeare reference in the second Pirates of the Caribbean? You know, what's the Shakespeare reference, which is I don't think actually a Shakespeare reference, but is it Calypso? That's the voice I started doing in my head for Caretaker this time around. And I was like, that's very different than the last time that we did it, but whatever. Tia Dalma? Yeah, it's Calypso. That's the voice I was going for. And I was like, I don't know that I should be doing this voice, but that's kind of what it's given me a little bit. That was the Automata. That was Second Sentinel. That was the Automata. Let's go see if they're there. You started off Caribbean and ended up in Russia? Well, I certainly wasn't going for Russia, and I was definitely going a little bit more for Caribbean. So the fact that it ended up in Russia is a testament to something, but not my skill. Where'd this turd go? Where'd you go? I miss you so. Maybe they're just going to be around here just generally. I ran right past. Crazy. Okay. Let's see what Sherma has to say. All of these marvelous healing supplies. Surely they at least are some proof of the Citadel's holy nature. Same dialogue as last time. Jubilana's back. It was a good deed you did up above, dear one, saving me from them screeching flocks. Not seen the like of it in a long, long time. I've returned with all sorts of new goodies too. Let's see if anything I've scavenged will fit your fancy. Spider strings. Hold this while making music and you'll soon hear its function. Amplify song, sends it out full and bright. The fuck? Spool fragment, craft metal, choral commandment. Whoa. Jubilana, you spoil me. This is all good stuff. I want all of those things. I have 275. We also have the Wailing Mother, the residents of Songclave. Horrible cries have been heard from that prison beside the Citadel. What profanities must be happening within to cause such awful sound? Sign me up. The slab? I'll be right there. I'll be right there. The Wailing Mother? I also would like to do some shopping. I am too poor. This is true. But we could just go kill a bunch of these guys. Back and forth a bunch, and that would probably do it. Are there baddies this way? I don't really remember. There's a baddie right here, but that's it. All right, I'm debating us doing a little bit of farming to try and get 320 before we go and put ourselves in danger. 320 rosaries would get us the spider string thing. And 320 should really not be that hard. These guys are 30 each. 32 each. So that's that. Is there another one, or is that's all of them? Okay. Then we go rest in a bench, then we do it all again. These guys are great. What are we going to talk about as you farm? That's a great question. What are we talking about as we farm? I don't know. It's also, we also probably only have a little bit of time left on stream, so no pressure, but come up with something good. No pressure. You're like, you're the streamer, motherfucker. Old McDonald? I mean, what do you want to know? I know everything there is to know about Old McDonald. I'm an expert. Elle sings it constantly. Old MacDonald, did you know he had a farm? I don't know where the E-I-E-I-O comes from, but it's in there. Elle's B-Day coming up soonish? Yeah, May. Next month. Yeah, dude. It's crazy. Megan and I got to still plan her birthday party, and we have not really started, so that's on our list for this weekend. If you got any genius ideas, get them in now, because the planning committee is going to be meeting this weekend, and so far our ideas have been print out a photo of her favorite things, see which one she points to, and then throw a party based on that. The contestants so far would be like maybe Minnie Mouse, farm animals, Ms. Rachel for sure. Stop me now.
Go get yourself something nice.
Oh, thanks, Brad. Thank you, Brad. Thanks for the $5, dude. Go get yourself something nice. What else? Humpty Dumpty. She loves Humpty Dumpty right now. The other thing she loves is, have I told you guys about this? About, do you guys know the children's musical creator known as Danny Go? Have you guys heard of Danny Go? If you haven't, that's great for you. If you have I told the story about how my sister says I remind her of Danny Go because her kids watch Danny Go? I've started telling people that. I've started telling people that my sister thinks Danny Go reminds her of me. And I've not been very happy with people's reactions to that. Because the reactions have all been, yeah, I get it, or oh, that's so funny, or yeah, totally. No one has said no. And not too much hair? Okay, well. No one has said no. So I am considering pulling a terrible parent move, and maybe we could throw a Danny Go birthday party, and I just dress up like Danny, like budget Danny Go, and see what happens. Could be funny. The problem is I do not have the energy to be Danny Go. That dude is... Danny Go's actually kind of interesting. I don't know what, like experts would say. I can't. Elle is not going to watch a lot of Danny Go because I can't get behind it. It's, when I watch it, I'm like, I feel like this makes me feel Danny Go more like we've got Danny at home. Like, I'm watching Bluey, and I'm like, oh, this is excellent learning here. Excellent learning is going on here. Danny Go, I'm like, why has this... Basically, Danny Go makes a lot of music videos that are just, like, video gamified. Like, all of the art is, like, video gamified. And it makes me deeply uncomfortable. I don't know how to describe it other than that. Maybe somebody who's seen Danny Go will know what I'm talking about, but... If the kids are old enough to do the movements, it's a good way to get exercise if they can't go outside. It's true. They do a lot of Danny Go at daycare in the winter to get them all... Get their shake, get their wiggles out. Like the graphics, it's less that it is very CGI heavy. It's less that I mean. It's more that, like, every story has at its heart a, like all of these 3-minute music videos have at their heart some sort of, like, almost like a mechanic. They have, like, a mechanic where it's like, open the box and see what's inside, or like, we need to get this train up the track, and to do that we gotta... It's like almost like Beat Saber-y, where it's like, hit this twice, hit this twice, hit this twice, hit this. I don't even know how to describe this stuff, and I also don't want you to spend time looking it up because it's not worth it. The basically every time I watch it, I'm like, wow, what is it about video games and not video? And to be clear, I'm not saying like all video games do this, but I'm like, I think video games have this thing going on, right? Often, which is that the most basic or the most simple of them have at their core a like feel to them that feels like a very simple and very like dopamine producing puzzle game loop where it's like you do this and dopamine hit, you do this, dopamine hit, rhythmic, like heavy on the like, you don't have to, there's no waiting for a payoff. It's just like boom, 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 payoff, 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 payoff. And you're like, oh no, this is, oh no. Ryan, you should get your kid into Souls likes. Yeah, I'll do that the minute that she can pronounce either S or L. The minute she can say Souls likes, which currently has at least 4 letters in it, 5 letters in it she can't say. Yeah. All right, what are we up to? 693, 720. Let's go buy some stuff real quick, and we may do a little bit more farming next time too. I'm not sure, but let's at least go buy some things. The Danny guy just looks like AJR. That's funny. I can see that. Anyways, I don't know what we're going to do for the birthday, but we'll see. I'll let you know. We'll have decided by Monday, so I'll let you know then. Wrong person. I don't need to talk to Jubilana. Caretaker, I need to talk to Jubilana. I want this one. Hold this while making music. You'll soon hear its function. Amplifies song. Sends it out full and bright. Ideal if you're ever planning on performing for a crowd. Do I immediately buy this and take it up to the crowd at the top of the thing? I want this for obvious reasons. Spool fragments are always great. Craft metal, a little less so. This one is lore. I want lore. Let's buy spider strings. Bye, Uzai. So good to have you here today. You know what's cool about this game? You just tanked one of those tall guys without thinking they were terrifying the first time. They were very terrifying. Let's get the Coral Commandment. We can turn it. I think the Coral Commandment we can turn in for more money eventually. Let's put this thing on and see what it does. Whoa! Was it our sin? Let us keep faith. Where is your glory? I know it, I swear it. Our pilgrimage. Am I hearing multiple people at once? I'm definitely hearing Sherma. It's like my area of effect is much larger. Sherma and Caretaker singing together. Our pilgrimage spiraling outward, dear Farloom. Glimmering trails. Sherma's so good. Darker now than ever before. Where is your light? Are we the chosen? Okay. I think we'll leave it here. We have more purchasing to do next time if we... if we so choose. We also could chase down that mini quest, and that would get us some money to help us buy the rest of these things, but we'll leave it right there. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to leave a like if you're watching on YouTube. If you're watching on Twitch, you don't have to do anything. You're already here. Bye, YouTube. See ya. Oh, baby. Successful day. Successful day. Is that no bosses for the second stream in a row? I think it is. Oh boy. All right, y'all. Book club tomorrow. Otherwise, I don't know exactly what next week is going to look like. But I think my plan right now is I'm sick of not playing Silksong enough. So my plan right now is to make sure I hit my YouTube, and then from there, recordings, and then from there, gas pedal on Silksong. I can't wait to find out if the Ryan and Mars Mies hook up. Can you get pregnant in Tamagotchi Life? Sorry, to be clear, can I get pregnant in Tamagotchi Life? Evo can edit anything, right? Mars doesn't like Ryan? I thought we were crushing on each other. What do you mean? I don't like that face. It's the face of love, baby. The idea that Mars and I might make an offspring. It's a terrifying idea. You're crushing on him, but it's not mutual? Was it always not mutual? Fuck. That's fine. It's never been mutual. I'm married, by the way. I'm married, but my me is not. My me is not married. You're crushing on him, but it's not mutual. I'm used to it. All right, gamers, I'm out of here. Thanks for being here. I had fun. I hope you did too. I'll see you very soon. Much love. Much love. See you later. Bye-bye. Have a great rest of your day. Have a good night. Have a good weekend.